Let's look at this example on curve sketching using calculus. It says f of x is x cubed minus 2x squared minus 6x. Find the x and y intercepts. Alright. Now, let's do a little sketch what the x and y axis might look like. Here, the x-intercept would be wherever on the x-axis the curve would cut it, and the y-intercept would be wherever the y would cut the axis here. Now, here, the y-axis would be x equals 0, the x-axis would be y. The graph of y equals 0. So, if we want to find out where on the y-axis the curve cuts the graph, we make x equals 0. When x is 0, see that f of 0 equals, well, in this case, it would be 0 cubed, which is 0, minus 2 times 0 squared, which is 0, minus 6 times 0, which is 0. So, when x equals 0, f of x equals 0. F of x is what we're calling y. So, y is 0 as well. So, there is an intersection right here. The graph will pass through the origin. Alright, which other points now? If we want to find out where on the x-axis the curve will cross or intersect, where the curve intersects the x-axis, we make y equals 0. In this case, f of x equals 0. So we say x cubed minus 2x squared minus 6x equals 0. If we factorize, we get x outside the bracket. X squared minus 2x minus 6 equals 0 will be inside the bracket. The fact that these two things multiply and the answer is 0 means x could be at 0. We looked at that case already when x is 0. Or it could be x squared minus 2x minus 6 equals 0. Or it could be both. Well, let's look at what happens when x squared minus 2x minus 6 equals 0. Let's scroll up a bit. Now, what happens when this is 0? We could use the quadratic formula to solve it because a quadratic equation in x. So, x equals negative b, in this case 2, b is negative 2, so negative 2 is positive 2. Plus or minus the square root of b squared, negative 2 squared is 4. Alright? So, that's what we have there. Minus 4ac, 4 by 1 is 4, by negative 6 is negative 24. But 4 minus negative 24 will become a positive 24. All over 2 times 1, which is 2. Alright, so x is equal to 2 plus or minus 24 plus 4 is 28. And we find out what the square root of 28 is. So the square root of 28 equals 5.29. So it's 5.29 over 2. So x is, we have two possibilities here, two answers, possible answers. 2 plus 5.29 equals, divided by 2, which is 3.65. 3.65. Also, in the second case, is when you subtract, it's going to be 2 minus 5.29, and this divided by 2 will give you negative 1.645. negative 1.645, okay. So we have 3.65, so x-intercept is 3.65, so x equal 3.65, 0, and what's the third one again? Negative 1.649, negative 1.649. Okay, good. So those are the 3 points on the x-axis that the curve will intersect the x-axis. One of them is here, the 3 point something, 3.65, 0, and negative 1.649. All right, we're going to continue it by looking at part B in the next video.